Okay, so episode 66, here we go.
Hello.
Jumping off right now. Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr. Give us a follow. Search for TE Podcast 118. And for me, Tommy. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I_am_remix.
And follow me on Instagram at Yannick_youth. And Snapchat is Erin_Bertolini. Find me if you want. Or don't. Yeah, I don't really care. Just, that's my information. Actually, I do want you to follow my Instagram. My Instagram is really cute.
It's poppin'.
It's not really popping. I've like 3 people that like religiously like my stuff,
Oh my
and you know what? That's all I need. That's all I need.
Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review us. Get our numbers back up there. I know we've been kind of slacking, but we've also been kind of busy. We have lives too,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, get us out there in the world. Get us some sponsors, people, and then we'll be able to make money, and I can quit my second job. And I can make this my full-time thing, and we can get you more episodes out, and the possibilities are endless, people. Just get us out there. If you like us, tell a friend about us, and be like...
Tell your friend, tell your parents, tell your neighbors,
Tell your kids,
dog.
tell your wife.
Yeah.
Rate us if you really like us. Rate us 5 stars, and we'll read your review, if you review us, on air.
Send us an email about how much you, I don't know, think like my voice is really annoying, or give us a topic to talk about.
Yeah,
And-
we haven't gotten any of that ever since we started.
Yeah.
Dude, we're just a couple months away from being 2 years.
2 years?
February.
2 years?
Yeah, because this year's our 1 year.
Oh my god.
I know. Check us out. Going somewhere in this.
Where is my life going?
Going somewhere in this podcast world.
I thought it was a year. No, 2 years. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so I want to start off this episode how I kind of ended last episode, and bring in faithfully the challenge. So here's the thing. A couple weeks ago, by the time this is released, maybe about a month ago, I was watching the War of the Worlds 2, and there was a commercial that came on, and it was promoting this thing called the Spartan Race, where people can go to the Spartan Race. Like, there's one in Boston, there's some happening in California somewhere, and there's a few other locations I can't remember. But the closest one to me would probably be Boston. And I was thinking about it. I would go, but then my finances and bills would all have to be in check. Because I would have to pay for airfare, hotel, paying for everything that would be required from traveling.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to afford this by myself. Like, I'm doing fine on bills and everything, but like to be ahead of my bills, just to be secure and safe, to make sure I can spend all this extra money doing this trip, I need to be extra safe. So I'm probably not going to go to Boston. So good luck to all the Boston people, or everyone that goes to Boston and applies to be on the challenge. What the Spartan Race is basically like a challenge-esque obstacle course. They have like, I want to say like American Ninja Warrior obstacles or whatever, stuff like that, to where like you can show off how your strengths and stuff, like to where your competition level, I guess, to where how you would react on being on the challenge.
Is it so like recruiters can like look for potential like challenge?
Like I'm pretty sure you have the option to go to these recruiters and be like, I'm applying for the show, keep an eye on me.
Cool.
Or whatever. So as much as I would love to travel to a new city, it's probably not going to happen.
Can you imagine like me trying to do the Spartan challenge and just like falling on my like ass And then me going up to like producers, like, I want to apply to be on the show. And they'd be like, get the hell out of here.
I can just imagine, like, doing monkey bars and like falling face first in the mud.
Who's that one chick who sucked? Like, she sucked.
Casey?
Well, okay, so one of them. No, she had big boobs.
Siobhan.
Siobhan, yeah. That'd be me. Well, actually, no, I'd be more of a Casey.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Like, do you remember Fresh Meat?
Yeah.
Like, Wes would always be yelling at her during the Exiles.
She sucked.
She's like, ah!
Yeah.
And Wes would be like, hurry the fuck up!
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I could go. It would be so great. Because, like, this is the first time I want to say that they're recruiting outside of other TV shows. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was, back in, like, 2010, they did, like, the spring break challenge. Mm-hmm. You know Camilla?
Uh-huh.
She was from the Spring Break Challenge, where it's basically, okay, you know how MTV does like this whole spring break thing each year?
Yeah.
So it was basically, they brought it, they incorporated the challenge into this this year, and I know there's Susie, Wes, I think Evan and Paula were hosts of the show, but there was also Kenny, I think Evelyn, but they were all basically team leaders. And there was like these groups of people, I guess, that had applied / participated for this specifically. So Camilla, I think, was on Susie's team, which was ultimately the winning team. And Camilla, that being her only show, got to be on the challenge.
Yeah, and now she's been on like a ton of them.
Yeah. Now, instead of them pulling from like Big Brother or any of the UK shows that they've been doing for the past couple seasons now, Real World, I don't know what's going on with them if they're pulling anyone from there from this recent season, but like I said, this will be the first time that they've actually sought out people other than Fresh Meat too, because at that time I wasn't even old enough to be applying for Fresh Meat or to even be on the challenge, but yeah.
It just seems like they're like pulling like more and more people from just like random places these days. So like your chances of getting on the show are like, they get better and better. You know,
well,
like
even then, because even if you do get on the show, your chances of getting called back, because their pool is expanding so far now.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The chances of being called back, like Kayla. I don't know if you know Kayla or not. She was on Real Go Big or Go Home. She because she noticed that they were bringing in people from UK, bringing in people from Big Brother, and all these other shows. So it's like the more people that they're bringing in from all these other shows in different countries and whatnot, the less chance she has to be on the next show. Yeah. So it's like, even if I do get on, like I would die to be on the challenge. But it's just like I would have to make a big splash for me to get a call back.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
Question. So, okay, if you were to get on there and compete, I mean, because I know you're like a big fan of like a lot of the people on the show, you know, like, I don't know, like, how would you feel if you like stomped all of their asses?
Oh, and that's not even a question.
They like hated you. But these are like you people that you like really look up to. Like, what if you like fucking, you know, demolish them and then they hated you and then you got like bullied and you were never, you know, ever, you know, you were like a fuck.
Sarah.
No, what the CJ, not CJ. No, not CJ. Ooh, I am blanking right now.
Oh god. Are you talking about the host?
No. What is happening? I have a space in my brain. Giant. CT, yeah.
Okay, what about him?
Well, because, like, people, like, hated him, you know, for, like, a few seasons.
He's so likable now.
I know, but, like, you know, like, there was a while everyone was just like, ugh, you know?
I mean, it's the name of the game.
I guess.
Like, I mean...
the same with, like, Johnny, too. Like, Johnny would show up and they'd be like, ugh.
He's been on ever since he's...
Beth. Sorry, not to compare you to Beth.
No, I love Beth. You know. But no, ever since Johnny has been on the challenge, I think he's only missed like maybe 2 seasons.
I know. He's on like...
Every season.
single one.
But no, like
he's won
so,
like a billion of them too.
6. But now see, he's been getting sent home ever since he took the money from Sarah. He's been getting sent home like just either right before the final or right at the beginning of the season.
Good.
But now, here's the thing. I lost that train of thought. It completely derailed. Oh God! Wow.
Ever
Okay.
since he took the money from Sarah, was it separate from that?
I think it had something to do with that. I don't know, but basically, okay. Here we go. Johnny's odds of winnings versus CT's odds of winning. Mm-hmm. So CT has been on a lot of seasons just as well, but he's only won twice. Versus Johnny's 6. So you would probably want to keep CT around more than you would Johnny because CT he's made plenty of finals or he's been like he's been eliminated right before finals.
But he always blows it in the end.
Does something to mess it up. And
I also people like gun for him, like when it gets like down to, the final, they like want him out before the final because they know he's good and
right. So it like I said, you'd rather want to keep CT around than you would Johnny because it's the chances of beating CT are much greater than you beating Johnny. And then just Johnny's just a dick. He just needs to stop doing the show. Go ahead and be your host of your other show.
Go get a real job.
Well,
get out of here.
He is a host on First Look. On
First Look.
NBC. It's a late night TV show on NBC, I think.
I've never.
NBC or one of those local channels. But yeah, he's doing that. And yeah.
Do Evan or Kenny ever do the challenges anymore?
Not anymore. Have you heard of the rumor?
Love them. No.
Do you remember the ruins?
I don't remember what happened.
Okay, so you remember Tanya?
Tanya,
She was drunk one night.
Yeah.
They had apparently done something to her toothbrush.
Yeah.
And she, this is... They're not allowed to talk about it because they signed something they got lawyers involved and whatnot. But they done something to sexually...
No.
Something. I don't know the full story.
I know they put her toothbrush in the toilet or something, right?
Either that or they did something
something weird to her.
Mess with her and sexually. I'm not accusing them of raping her or anything. But the rumor is that they've done something sexually to her, maybe concerning her toothbrush.
Oh my God.
It's weird. I don't know.
What?
But all I know is that all 3 of them are banned.
Wow.
I think Kenny's last appearance was Rivals 2, I think.
Yeah.
Same with Evan, I think. And I think Tanya's last season was Rivals. Or, not Rivals, The Ruins.
Yeah.
So...
But they all continued that season, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, nothing was said about it.
Yeah.
Until, maybe a couple years later, I think.
Yeah.
Tanya, I guess, had, recalled something. And then that's when it became a big issue.
Interesting.
And that's when they stopped inviting Kenny and Evan back.
I'm, Googling this now.
Yeah. So...
Oh. I'm reading some of it now. I'm not going to read this. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds like she was drunk.
Yeah.
And maybe okay. I'll read this at a later date. Bummer.
Okay, so Kenny's last season was Rivals.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Evan. I thought it was Rivals too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's messed up. So, what brought this up?
I don't know. We're talking about you doing the Spartan thing.
Let's see here.
So when is that?
Sometime in for Boston. Theirs is in November, I think, the beginning of November. And yeah, Tanya's last season was The Ruins.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,